Welcome to Phoenix Rising, Mind and Body Healing. I'm Megan Bramlett, and for over 20 years I've used my hands and my heart to help others heal, reset, and rise. This podcast is your invitation to reconnect with your body, empower your mind, and embrace the sacred journey of transformation. I am so glad you're here. Welcome back to Phoenix Rising. Today's episode is a little personal and I'm going a little different with the energy today because we're going to talk about overthinking. Yes, overthinking. And trust me, I've been there. This is one of those things I think I'm pretty sure just about everyone does. So, number one, you're not wrong. It's not a personality flaw. We're good. It's something we all do. That's number one. Gonna get that right clear right off the bat. And then mental spiral, we have mental spirals, especially those late night loops. You love those, don't you? The constant what ifs and hows and what should I do next that keep you up, that keep you going, that like, oh my goodness. Please excuse my daughter in the background. She's yelling at the phone, I think. Overthinking can feel like you're protecting yourself. Like if you just think hard enough, you'll be safe, right? You think all of the possibilities, all of the pitfalls, everything. If you think of everything, you'll get it. Everything will be okay. But really, it disconnects you from your body, your peace, and your power. It disconnects you from your emotions. Let's start here. Overthinking is not a personality flaw. It's not. It's not. It's a protection mechanism. It is. It's the way we protect ourselves. It's one of those body armor things, but it's a mental armor instead of a body armor. For a lot of us, it's how we learn to feel in control when life felt out of control. So if you can think about like when you first started overthinking. When I first started overthinking things, it was when life got really out of control for me. Things were like spiraling all the time, and I couldn't figure out what was going on. So I just started overthinking every single little thing I did and every single little thing that was happening. And it made me feel like I had some control of things. And I didn't, but it made me feel like I did. So then it just continued. Even as things calmed down, it still continued. And I overthink everything. And most of the time, we're not even aware. We don't even know what's happening until we're deep in the spiral. We're in that spin. We're going around and around and around. And by the time we realize we're in it, it is way down there, right? I get stressed out just thinking about that spiral, right? So let's talk about how overthinking shows up. And each person is going to show up a little differently, but we're going to talk about some general things. For you, it might be different. If something shows up as we're going through this, if you notice that overthinking shows up for you in a different way, put it in the comments because I'll add that in. Next time I talk about overthinking, I'll add that in. So if this sounds like you, I want you to know you're not alone. These are things I sometimes feel, and this is just a short list. The short list. You replay conversations on a loop. Have you ever left a place in a conversation and then you replayed it and you're like, oh, man, I should have said this. Well, I could have said this instead. Why didn't I say this to this? Because if I had said this and they would have said this, and then I could have said this, and this is how this would have gone, right? Love that. Hindsight is 2020. You stress yourself out trying to make the right choice. You're looking at all the possibilities of something you could do. Should I do this? Well, if I do this, then this could happen. And if this happens, then I could do this. And then, or I could do this to begin with, and then this could happen. And then if I did that and this happened, then I could do this. Oh, but then this could happen. And if that happened, and that's going to be a bad thing. Stress, right? That just added stress right there. You crowdsource every decision because you don't trust your gut. This is what I meant when I said in like 2 episodes ago, I think it was, when I said in massage school, they told us that our bodies and our minds had the ability to get us through everything in life. It's when we let everyone else in that things get messed up. We crowdsource. So I need to make a decision. So I'm going to ask my husband. I might even ask my mother. I might ask my 3 best friends because I don't trust my own gut, right? But they don't know the whole story. So then I'm asking them, but then I'm second guessing what they say because they don't know the whole story. And so then taking what they say and I'm adding what they say to the story. And then I'm saying, And I'm saying, well, maybe not. Maybe I did maybe a portion of that and then a portion of this and then a portion of that. And now I'm taking a portion of what everyone says and I'm trying to make up something, right? It's just, it gets very stressful. It stresses me out thinking about how I do it. You feel like your brain is on 24/7 alert. You lay in bed and mentally organize, worry, fix, and replay. This is why women don't fall asleep as fast as men, because women overthink so much easier than men do. Men do, they have a decision to make, they make a decision, that's it, the decision was made, it's over, it's done, whatever happens next, they're good. Women make a decision, if they can make that decision, then we rethink it 900 different ways, and we're up all night rethinking how we could have made that decision differently. Or we now have another decision to make, and now we're up all night thinking about that new decision we have to make. That's not just anxiety. That's a mind trying to stay safe by staying busy. A mind trying to stay safe by staying busy. Why it feels so hard to stop. Overthinking gives us the illusion of control. It feels like if I think about it enough, I'll be prepared, I won't be hurt, I'll get it right. Does that resonate? Does that feel right to you? I know that I've said that more than once in my mind when I'm thinking about something, that if I think about it hard enough, I'll be prepared for any possibility. That way I won't be hurt and I'll get it right the first time. But in reality, it keeps us in survival mode and it keeps us out of our bodies. Here's what that looks like. You override your gut feeling. You ignore fatigue and push through. You logic your way out of setting boundaries. You don't rest until you've solved the imaginary problem, which means you're exhausted, which means your mind can't think properly, which means you're fatigued and you're not listening to your gut and your emotions are being pushed away and go down the rabbit hole. What to do in the moment. So what I want to do, now that we've established that none of us are crazy and this is common, what I want to do is I want to give you some things to do in the moment. That moment you realize you're in that spiral. That moment you realize that you've already started overthinking it, but you realize you need to get out of that. Because these are things I do because I've gotten to the point where I know when I'm getting to that in that spiral and I'm like, no, we're not going there. I need sleep tonight. What to do in the moment. Let's talk tools, not fluff, real things that help when your brain is spiraling. These are real things that I use, some of my clients have used to really help you when you're spiraling. The name it technique. Pause, ask yourself, what's actually happening right now? Name it. Call yourself out. Told you, be real. I'm real. I don't sugarcoat. Name it. Say it out loud or write it down. I'm stuck in my head because I'm scared to make the wrong choice. I'm stuck in my head because blank. I'm stuck in my head because I'm scared I made the wrong choice. I'm stuck in my head because name it. Naming it breaks that spiral power. The body reset. Place one hand on your chest and one hand on your belly. Inhale 4, hold 4, exhale 4, pause for 4. This is called box breathing. Do 3 to 4 rounds of it. This sends a safety signal to your nervous system. Your nervous system, at that point, you are in what they call fight or flight mode. Okay, you're in the fight or flight mode. Fight or flight that's just the way they named it. It doesn't mean that you're actually ready to fight or flight. It just means you're in that fight or flight, like, oh my God, I can't do this. I'm overwhelmed. I just don't know what to do. My brain is on overload and this is gonna go crazy. That's that spiral, right? So that's the fight or flight mode. So when you're there, we need to break that. The box breathing breaks it. It breaks it. So 4, inhale 4, hold 4, exhale 4, pause for 4 is box breathing. And you do 3 to 4 rounds of that. And that will break the fight or flight mode. Ground into the physical. This is where your body comes in, guys. Take your shoes off and stand barefoot. If you can be outside, awesome. If you can be outside in the grass or on the ground, it makes it so much better. But if you can't, in your house is fine. But take your shoes off and stand barefoot. Wiggle your toes, feel the ground. Say, I am here, I am safe, my body knows. I am here, I am safe, my body knows. This interrupts the mental loop with physical presence. When you're in that mental loop, you're out of your physical. You're no longer in that physical presence. So what we've done now, if you look at the steps we've just taken, we've broken the mental, we've broken their nervous system, we've broken that fight or flight. Now we're grounding you in the physical. We're bringing you back into your body. We're bringing you back into the physical realm or the physical body and saying, I'm here, I'm present. The last part is ask yourself, what are 3 things that are absolutely true right now? Example, I am safe. I am breathing. I don't need to figure everything out right this second. Those are just examples. You can say, I am happy. I made the right decision. If you truly know that you made the right decision, you're just second guessing yourself, then say it. Absolutely true. Right now, I am safe. I am breathing. I made the right decision. I love my husband. I love my wife. I love my kids. 3 things that are absolutely true right in that moment. Truth creates calm. Truth creates awareness of the calm in your life. Grounding in reality takes us out of fear. So now what we've done, if you look at what we've done, those 4 steps, we have taken you, first we took you into the reality of what are you doing? We've named it, right? If I think about it enough, well, no, sorry. I am stuck in my head because I'm scared, blank, 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 blank. I'm naming it. I'm naming it. Naming breaks the power of the spiral. The next one is the body reset. This is the breath. In, 4 hold, 4 out, 4 pause. You do it 3 to 4 times. This helps your nervous system. The ground in the physical. This brings you back into your body, brings you back into here, brings it here. Okay. The 4th one is 3 true things. And that brings you back into reality, which takes you out of fear. Rebuild body trust. Overthinking disconnects us from our body's wisdom, but you can rebuild that connection. Ask your body, what do you feel right now? Then listen to it. Before I went to massage school, I had really disconnected with my body's wisdom. When I was a kid, I was really good at it. I would hear something or I would feel something and I'd be like, no, I'm not really too cool with that. I'm gonna kind of do this instead. And I would just kind of go with what my gut told me. And then I started second guessing it and I just kind of like disconnected from that ability that I had to really listen to what my gut told me. And it caused some problems in my life. But after massage school, I started listening a little bit at a time. And I can't always put a name to it. I had a coworker years ago that it was a male coworker, and I was just really uncomfortable around him. Like I couldn't name the feeling. I just was very uncomfortable around him. And not long after he left, I started getting a lot of his clients. And a lot of them mentioned to me that they're like, well, why aren't you working on my glute area? I'm like, well, your problem's in your shoulder. And I can work your low back because I'm sure there's problems there. But really, what I really want to target the area that's the problem, the front and the back of the shoulder and the neck, and really kind of get that area calmed down first. And then they start talking to me about how he always found a reason to go to the glutes. And then they start talking to me about how it didn't really feel like he was working on the glutes. He would kind of make them feel like he was groping. He didn't make them feel like he was actually working on the glutes for their benefit. I don't know if that sounds right. But then I said to myself, well, now you know why you didn't feel comfortable around them. So that was my gut telling me there's something wrong with this person. Stay away from them. So the more you listen to your gut, the louder your gut becomes. And now I don't always know what it's telling me, but if it tells me something, I listen. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm just not, I can't explain why, but I'm not comfortable, so I'm walking away from the situation. And I almost always listen to my gut now. So you got to build that trust. You've got to build your body trust again because your gut feels things and understands things about the situation, about people, about everything that you don't necessarily understand. And it tells you in its own way. And you got to pay attention to it and you got to trust your body. Trust your body to know. Okay. So, closing message. You are not your thoughts, guys. That spiral that loves to take over, especially when you are ready to go to sleep and you're tired and you want to sleep. That wonderful spiral that takes over. You are not your thoughts. You are not your anxiety. You are not that horrible loop. You are the listener inside the loop. You get to choose something different if you want to. Use those 4 steps to choose something different. The next time you catch yourself spiraling like this, try this. Breathe, ground, name it, choose one true thing. Breathe, ground, name it, choose one true thing. You are allowed to pause the spin and return to your power, not the power of the spiral. Your power. Have a wonderful day. Be balanced. Thanks for being a part of this healing journey on Phoenix Rising, Mind and Body Healing. Remember, every breath, every step, every small act of care moves you closer to your next rise. Take care, and I'll meet you back here soon.